This video is all about the Rebel.2 Pro. This is a folding e-bike and it comes mostly assembled. All you have to do is unfold it, insert the handlebars, insert the seat, screw in the pedals, and aside from filling up the tires and charging the battery, you're pretty much ready to go. This e-bike, made by Revi bikes, can go up to 80 miles on a single charge. It sports a torque and cadence sensor. In fact, you can use both at the same time in hybrid mode. First up will be my test ride, then I'm gonna unbox the bike, and then show you all the different goodies that this came with. This is a peppy little bike. It goes fast very quickly. I want to test how fast it can go, so I have it on pedal assist 5, and while I'm doing this, I think I'll bring it to gear 7. Right now it's on 5. I'm going to pedal. Let's see how fast it goes. Hopefully you can see the screen. The fastest I got it to go was about 28.5, 0.6 around there. They say it can go 30 miles an hour, but that's probably if you weigh like 80 pounds. I do not. And then on full electric mode, using the throttle only, doesn't matter what pedal assist mode you have it on, it caps it at 20 miles per hour. I dug deeper and further into why I couldn't get it to go 30 miles an hour, and yeah, it has to do with my weight. It literally says it on the website. To get the top speed of 30 miles an hour, that's based on a 120-pound rider, which tells you I'm not 120 pounds. Yikes. I don't know if you guys can see this. I have it on pedal assist 0, so no assistance from the motor unless, for some reason, if I use the throttle, it still works. And it will go up to 20 miles an hour on any pedal assist mode. Maybe you're new to e-bikes and you have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to pedal assist modes. Standard is usually five modes, and that's what this one has. Use the plus and minus buttons to adjust those. I guess it's kind of 6 modes because 0 makes it a regular bike, but on this one, careful, don't use the throttle on 0 because it will go forward. The higher you go, the more assistance you get from the motor, which means you're also going to go faster on a higher pedal assist mode. Let me show you what I mean by peppy. I'm going to put it on pedal assist 5 and watch how quickly it speeds up. Let's see the difference between 5 and pedal assist 1. So here it is, pedal assist 1. That motor kicks in almost instantly. It's not even a quarter of a turn. It's less than that. It's just a little bit of a push on the pedals and that motor kicks in. And it really zooms off after that, especially on pedal assist 5. 1 is a bit smoother. But brace yourself for 5. I'm gonna take it up my hill, which is about 26 degrees. I think I need a running start. Let's do a running start. I got it on gear 1, pedal assist 5. Let's go. Yeah, no issues. This bike rocks a 7-speed Shimano gear shift system. If you want a workout, I would recommend gear 7, the hardest gear to pedal in, pedal assist 1, and you're definitely gonna feel it. Pretty much anything after that, pedal assist 2 and up, it's easy breezy. It has hydraulic disc brakes. So hydraulic brakes use mineral oil to stop. Unlike mechanical disc brakes that use a cable, they are more responsive, but a little more maintenance. This bike feels like it's both torque and cadence. Like when I'm first starting off pedaling, the harder I pedal, the more it responds, the faster I go. But then once it reaches a certain speed, then it feels like a cadence sensor, which makes sense because that's literally what this bike has. It has a cadence and torque sensor. There's actually 3 different modes: torque, cadence, and hybrid. Hybrid is how I got the bike. That is the factory default. Up to 13 miles an hour, it's a torque sensor, and then after that, it's a cadence. To switch between all the different sensors, there's a little button here, set. This gets you into the menu. You just have to hold it down. And then once you get here, click set. I think it's 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 means hybrid sensor, and that is the factory default. That's how I was using the bike. If I use the up or down buttons, 1 is cadence, 2 is torque sensor, and then we're back to hybrid. And then to set it all into place, I'm going to click set or hold down set, and it brings me back to the screen. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the max range is up to 80 miles. But that doesn't mean you're gonna get 80 miles. 80 miles is optimal condition. If you're a skinny mini on flat paved ground, no wind, just ideal perfect conditions, on pedal assist 1, you can get up to 80 miles on a single charge. In full electric mode, you're not gonna get as much. Maybe about half that or a little more. So basically what I'm saying is the range is affected by the terrain, the weight on the bike, wind, even wind, and how you use the bike, depending on what mode you have it on and whether you're pedaling or using full electric mode. Recommended rider height is 5'2" to 6'4". For reference, I am 5'8", and I think it fits me just fine. The step-thru design is nice. Makes it a lot easier to get on and off the bike. And since it's folding, it's pretty easy to pack it up and take it with you wherever, because it will fit into a backseat of a car or a trunk. The maximum payload that this can carry is 400 pounds. The back can do 120 pounds, but it's 400 total. And then the bike itself weighs a total of 70 pounds, and that is with the battery. My favorite thing about this e-bike, aside from the colors, I love the colors, especially that like beigey yellow trim around the tire. It just makes it look so classy. And there's also a less expensive version of this e-bike with a weaker battery. A lot of the money just, the battery is like literally half the cost of the bike. The batteries are crazy expensive for these, and that's why these bikes aren't cheap. So with a weaker battery, a cheaper bike, they actually do have more color options. Not quite half the cost of the bike, but yeah, for the Rebel.2 Pro, $599. And for the regular Rebel.2, $435. Maybe I should go into more detail. The Rebel.2 is $949 and comes in 4 different colors: turquoise, yellow, red, and wild green. It's got a 720 watt battery. It can go up to 28 miles an hour, carry 400 pounds. Peak motor, it's 1000 watts, but if you scroll down to specifications, it's a 48 volt, 750 watt motor with peak output power 1000 watts. It's got a max range of 60 miles and a cadence sensor. Let's go over to the Rebel.2 Pro. The price jumps. This one's $13.99, but do check in my video description. Sometimes I have coupon codes. Not sure if they're gonna give me one, but it's always good to check. Unlike the other one, this one only comes in 3 colors: red, turquoise, and anthracite. The battery is 1040 watts, top speed 30 miles an hour, max load 400 pounds, peak motor 1300 watts, max range 80, and it's got a torque and cadence sensor. So it's torque, cadence, and hybrid mode, which is both. And then when I scroll down to specifications on this one, you can see the motor is 52 volt, 750 watts. But anyways, the seat is heaven. I love it because it's not very wide in the front, but the back holds my cheeks so well. All the weight is just perfectly distributed. I could ride this bike for hours and nothing would hurt afterwards. Of course, I love that it folds because I don't have a big vehicle yet. And like I said, it's a peppy little thing. It's got some get up and go. But I don't feel comfortable taking it off-road. I mean, a little bit on grass, on gravel roads, things like that. Nothing too crazy because there's no suspension in the back. I kind of feel like the suspension on the front it's not enough because it is a bit stiff in the back. Love that there's blinkers, but I'm gonna complain a little bit. And it's the same complaint I have every single time with every e-bike that has blinkers. There's no little clicky sound, and I'm constantly riding with a blinker on because I forget. And I forget quicker than a goldfish. Much quicker. It doesn't even show you, and with this one, some of them do, but with this one, it doesn't even show you on the screen that the blinkers are on. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to turn on the headlights. I'm gonna ask the company, put that in right after what I'm about to say. The manual doesn't say it. It's nowhere in there, and I've tried every combination of buttons I can think of, and I know it's something simple, So here it is. It's stupid simple, actually. Click. It's just a click of the power button.
And the headlight turns on, along with the tail light.
I don't know why they have a horn and a bell, but yeah, you get both. I'm gonna do my toodly-doodly-loos before I forget. So if you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. And if you are interested in this bike, I'll have a link down below in the video's description. And that's that, so brace yourself. It's really cheesy. Toodle-doodly-loo. Yeah, I'm sticking with it. Okie dokie, so that completes my test ride. Next, I'm gonna unbox the bike. This thing was sealed tighter than Uncle Scrooge's wallet. I guess you could say it was packed well. Yep, I think I can forgive them for the tough to open box because look at this. It's mostly assembled. All I need is to put the handlebars in and the seat and the pedals. That's it. First things first, clamp this together. Put this little doodad down. This lifts up, but before I lift it up fully, I undid the little clamp at the end. And first I'm gonna install the handlebars, or insert the handlebars. I don't think there's really much for installation here. And there's only one way they go in because there's a little groove right here and it lines up with the thing in there. And now the seat, and that's it. Oh yeah, the pedals too. I think I figured out the clamp. The battery is definitely blocking it from clamping around the thing. So that's the best I can do, unless I put the clamp going this way. But yeah. Oh, what do we got here? Bicycle cleaning kit. That's a first. No one's ever included this. Oh, a bike chain in orange. Goes with my cleaning kit. What is this? Handlebar and bike mirror. I usually don't install mirrors on bikes, but there is a mirror. Just one? Just one. And finally, a cell phone holder. I don't really use these either, mostly because I have an iPhone. Don't go that route, go Android. That's the first time I've had a phone overheat. And it hates Windows. Hates it. I would do more YouTube shorts if I had an Android, but it's not in the budget at the moment. Also, that was a gift. Thank you. Tools, pedals. There's even a little bit of touch-up paint. Kind of looks like nail polish, but it's paint. And what is this? Footrest for a passenger in the back. And finally, the charger. Oh, there's one more thing. I think it's a bag. Yes. Oh, guess there's some inserts for the bag. I should insert the inserts into the bag. There's these little, you're not gonna see anything. It's so dark in here. But there's things to put this into and through. So I'll go ahead and do that and I'll meet you at the pedals. The left pedal, I guess I can take the sticker off now, will go on there counterclockwise. And then the right one will go on clockwise. And just because the bike came fully assembled doesn't mean you shouldn't double check all these screws and everything. Because sometimes, once in a great while, they are loose. The battery is removable. You really never have to remove it, except for the very first time you get the bike. You can charge it on or off the bike. But what I would like to see is one of those like things you push up here and then the seat tilts, so you can easily get the battery out. But to get it out, you have to remove the seat. For this, you need a key, push, turn, lift. And this is a 52 volt, 20 ampere hour battery. Do give the battery a full charge before your first ride. It's kind of like the ignition as well. To turn on the bike, you have to turn it on here. And then you go up here and hold down the power button. you really don't need to hold it for that long. I don't know what it is doing. I don't know what this counter is. Ah, wait, I see. You need one of these little keys here
to fully start the bike.
Ha, you thought you were only gonna get one cheesy outro, and here's a second. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're interested in the Rebel.2 Pro, I'll have a link down below in the video's description. Toodaloo-dee-loo. Bye.